let me start off by saying this again. Thank you for those of you that are joining. Thank you for all of you that continue to support Tommy Arbuckle Ministries and all the methods and means that you do so. I don't want you to ever think that I take that for granted. I'm honored, one, that you would see fit to even connect yourself with myself and follow me and through any format or means. And so just want to let you know how grateful I am for that. The one thing I wanted to share today with you is something that happened. Um, Literally, it's I would say probably about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I had my wife and I, we've owned our own general contracting company, and we have primarily been over on the commercial side. But that's not where we actually started. We actually started building residential homes, and we had been pretty much here on the commercial side probably the last last 10 years, about the last almost about 9, 10 years. And so I found myself one day just making this statement, man, I really miss building residential homes. I miss the whole connectivity that you would get when you would work with a homeowner or build a house and a homeowner move into a house. And I was telling somebody this earlier. It's like, you know, we could go build a Taco Bell or good morning, cousin, or we could go build a McDonald's or a restaurant or even a hotel for that matter. And you don't get the same thank yous. Nobody's coming to you talking about, you know what, man, I really appreciated how you guys laid out that McDonald's, you laid out the restaurant. Man, the tile looked beautiful, you know, in the bathroom of the restaurant. So you don't really get that. And I found myself really, from my heart, just saying, man, God, I just miss it. And I didn't necessarily ask God to do anything as much as it was I was articulating what was in my heart, you know, and how much I miss it. And guess what, you guys? Today, today, we started not our first, but we started a residential home project, and it's been literally 10 years, 19 years since we built one. And all of that came out of me just articulating out of my own heart a desire that I had and something that I missed. And God, by His own sovereign grace, caught that word that I articulated out of my heart and brought that thing to fruition. And so I want to encourage you all with just letting you know sometimes, it isn't a prayer request. It isn't, you saying, oh, Father, please bless me, but God honoring your heart because God knows that your heart is right towards Him. You got to hear that thing, right? And so I was super excited. I mean, literally, I didn't send one of my own superintendents to the project. I myself went because I wanted to be there and watch this groundbreaking, this heart fulfillment moment that I knew God was doing because it was in my heart and I wanted it to be done. And I just want to encourage you. Sometimes it isn't that we've got to, like I said this a minute ago, it isn't that we've got to articulate anything through a verbal thing to God, but God is listening to our heart. He's listening to those words that we're not even speaking, those words that we're not even sharing with anybody. God's hearing that. He's hearing it. And when those thoughts, the scripture says it this way, that eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, neither has the thought, listen to this, entered into the heart of man the things that God has prepared for them that love Him. And God sees in our hearts. He's looking in the depth of our heart, you guys, and knowing that our heart's desire is to be pleasing with Him. You got to hear that thing. So literally, um, God, He just overwhelmed me today. He overwhelmed me with the fact that He responded to my heart's cry. He responded to something that I missed, I longed for, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. All right, so that's what I want to share. Part one. Part two is this. Guess what, you guys? So many of you probably have seen my posts out there about the coming of my book, and look at my granddaughter coming in here. Hey, all right, you got your sock. Okay, say hi. She's gonna be shy. Oh, she said hi. All right. So let me finish telling you guys this. So many of you, you've already seen the announcement that I told you that my second book, The Answer, it was coming. It was getting ready to be released. Well, guess what, you guys? Guess what I got in the mail today? I got the proof. I've got the proof. The book has been printed. The book has been printed. So I am super excited to get this in my hands, you guys. This book, let me tell you something. This book has been, I've been working on this book literally probably for the last 3 to 4 months. And I originally actually had another book that I was writing, but I felt such an urgency in the realm of the spirit that I needed to get this book written because of the timing of where we are in the world and this message that God is really articulating out into the world to get people delivered who are participating, involved in, or even listen to this, even on the cusp of getting involved in some secret societies. And this just happened. I mean, this past Friday, my daughter, one of her friends, came over to the house, and we were just talking, just kind of casually talking. This young man was in his getting ready to start college, and he just was articulating, you know what, I can't wait. I want to pledge, and I was like, whoa, we need to talk about this whole thing of pledging and what's really connected to these secret society organizations. And I probably spent the next 20, 30 minutes walking that young man through the rituals of those fraternities and sororities. And I could see his brain like swelling with just trying to absorb all that information. But one thing he did know is this. After I showed him word for word, verbatim, the things that we were asked to do to join those organizations, he was like, yeah, no, I don't want no part of that. I love God too much. So um, you guys, be on the lookout for this book. I'm going to get it out. It's going to be on Amazon. I'm going to get it on Audible. But this should be coming really soon for you to be able to purchase your own copy of it. But I wanted to share with you all. I don't want to be on there too long, but I just wanted to share with you. We got the book. The book is here. And there's some really exciting chapters in the book. There's a chapter on the allure of secrecy. Matter of fact, that's the first chapter in the book. It's called The Allure of Secrecy. And I started with that chapter because, to me, it's like um, a lot of times these organizations, they kind of get their street cred off of this notion of that they've got something that someone else doesn't have. You know what I mean? And it's a secret or it's special knowledge, right? And so that chapter is actually chapter number 1. And then chapter number 2 is Unveiling Freemasonry, Fraternities and Sororities. And so I start at a very high level. You ask myself, like, who should buy these books? I really wrote the book for individuals that had no knowledge. I'm talking about zero knowledge of what secret societies were. Because I've found out, just like that young man that came by the house just this past Friday, he didn't know anything about him. He saw the external shell, I would say. He saw the external shell of what it looked like. He saw some other African American men that were doing community service, but he really had no background or knowledge of what it would take to even join the organization, let alone some of the idolatry nature that was contained on the inside of them. So, with that, again, I just wanted to show everybody the book's here. I promise you that it was coming soon. It's here. I've got the proof. I'm going to be looking through it and making any last necessary adjustments. But I'm hoping to get this official book out and on the market so that you all can purchase your own copy here within the next 2 weeks. So, all right. God bless all of you. Have a great rest of your week. I pray that God continues to expand you, grow you in the things that He has called concerning your very life, and that you would submit to the process that He has designed for you to go through that will bring Him the greatest glory as well as the greatest fulfillment to you with your lives. So with that, I love all of you. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye.